Hi everyone, welcome to Triple Threat Profits, where we trade with a psychological edge. So today I'm going to go through market price action again, followed by potential trade setups. So be sure to watch till the end. Okay, starting with Bitcoin, following up on 2 days before. So previously I was talking about a possible false break and then a trade back into the range. But we had a really nice short squeeze here into basically no man's land. Maybe this area here was some resistance, but I would expect more resistance here at 32,700 or so. So we've just been ranging for the last 2 days. So if we go higher, I'll be expecting the first resistance here, 32,700 thereabouts, depending how long we take to get there. This trend line may serve as some resistance as well, all the way since the start of April, this trend line here. All right, and if we go lower, I'm looking for longs around 31,100, 31,200 region here. We have the 50 fib and the point of control. So there are a lot of lines here. Let me clear it out to have a better view. Okay, so firstly, this range that we had for many days, if you draw the fixed range profile, you can see the point of control is right here. Okay, this is kind of in line with the 23rd May weekly open, as well as the 50% Fibonacci. Let me put away the fixed range. Yep, so this move from the low 28,000 to the recent high 50% fib is right here. So you got a convergence of quite a few points. Right, so if it does come down, I'll be looking for longs here, or if it goes up, probably looking for some shorts around this region. Yeah, so let me draw that out. Either we consolidate around here, or if we swing down, I'll be looking for longs around here. But ultimately, I'm still midterm bullish for Bitcoin until we hit the 35,000s. All right, so moving on to the Nasdaq. Okay, so Nasdaq has been moving along what I drew the 2 days ago, the last video. We didn't really get another spike higher into the 2021 yearly resistance. Then we started to pull back. It's been a very shallow, and mild trading sessions the past 2 days. I'm still looking for one of these Fibonacci levels to hold before being more bullish. All right, let's update on the trades that I was looking at in the previous video. So previous video, potential trade setups was on AVAX first. So we had a nice entry here, almost hit my take profits, but didn't, and then we bounced up again. So we'll see how it works out from there. Okay, so zooming in and refreshing on the sniping technique that I use. So once we touch the daily resistance that I'm looking for, then I will look for the in this case a bull trap setup. So the highest green bar, highest close, we take out the low of this highest close, and then we wait for the next green bar, which is all the way down here. Not ideal. I was hoping for it to be higher here. And then we short if price comes back below this first green bar after the bull trap. Okay, so this was the entry. If you calculate 1.618% above this high, that is where you get, where are we? Okay, here. So that's where you get the 29.56-ish stop loss, and then the first nice area that we can get a decent 2% risk reward is at the 50 pip of this entire move. Not ideal, not fantastic. So if you guys skip this trade, you know, totally understandable. I didn't take the AVAX trade, I missed this one, but this was a snipe entry. And okay, the other one we had, I think it was E-Gold, Elrond. Okay, similarly, I was calling for this level to hold as resistance. We had monthly resistance, point of control. Okay, as well as this 50 pip of the down move from here. Okay, so if we zoom in to the 5-minute chart, again, by the time we had a proper bull trap forming, the entry was really far away from the high, so that's not really ideal, but I took this trade nonetheless. So if you see, the highest close was this massive bar on the 5-minute chart, and the low was all the way here, so it was only taken out after this spike down. Alright, then the first green bar after that, and then the short entry was here when we went below the first green bar. So this was the entry. Again, you take 1.618% above the high. You will get 89, thereabouts, 89.3 as your stop loss. And then similarly, because the stop loss is so far away, to get a required 2-to-1 risk ratio, it's below even the 50% FIP. Okay, so this one is at 75.18, and don't really know what happened here. We had a sudden spike up and then a push back down, so we'll see. These two trades are still open. Okay, lastly, I was talking about Tron. So since I talked about it somewhere here, I think, yeah, or maybe before, yeah, we had a nice breakout, so on nice strong volume as well. You can see this trend line goes all the way back to last year, April, and then we had a test here, now we're trying to break out. So this last area of resistance here, if we can clear it, we'll likely get to my target over here. Alright, so that's nice. Yesterday I didn't have the time to do a video. There were two trades that played out yesterday. One is already closed. We've taken profits on it. Let me see. Okay, so the first one was Cardano. This was really nice trade setup. So I think this has to do with their new network upgrade or something, sometime in June, 1st June, I don't know. Yeah, so we had a huge spike up despite markets not really moving the past 2 days. And then we pulled back to the 38.2 FIP, and this was a nice weekly support over here from 16 May, and this is also a trend line retest after the breakout. So similarly, the breakout had massive volume. This trend line was all the way here from early April, and then tested in early May, and then now we broke out and we retested it. So if we zoom in to the 5-minute chart, this time around we're going long, so we're looking for bear traps. So we take the lowest red candle close, which is here, and then we look for a break higher than the a break higher than the lowest red candle. Okay, so we've taken that out, and then the first red bar, and then a breakout of that red bar. So this should be here actually. Okay, and then one tick higher. Right, so entry was here, And then this was also a swing failure pattern. Be sure to check out the sniping tutorial video if you don't know what's that. So we took out the low and then we closed strongly. So this was an entry. We also took out this high here before the close of this bar, so the entry was here, right? Cardano is a top 10 altcoin if I'm not wrong, so the stop loss is tighter. Yep, and then the first resistance was somewhere here, so we had close to 3 risk reward ratio, and almost immediately we took profits here. Okay, so that was Cardano. The other one yesterday was Rune. There was still Rune was earlier today, so there was still several retests of the entry. So what I was looking at here is nice big up move. Let me move to the 4-hour chart. Okay, big up move, and then for the fib level, 382% fib around here. We also not really that close, but also a weekly support that we had a false breakthrough, and then this range here, this entire range, also the volume profile is the point of control, almost exactly with the 382 fib. Right, so there's an entry here. If we zoom into the 5 minutes, again we're looking for longs, so that's a bear trap, lowest red candle close, and then we break above it. Then the first red bar, we look for a break above the first red bar after the trap. Okay, so entry was here, and then stop loss is 1.618% below. Okay, and then we're targeting this area of mini resistance here, so about a 2.5 risk reward. Okay, and this trade is active now. Alright, so for today, what other potential trades we can look out for if price pulls back? I have 3 other potential long trades. I don't really see any short trades out there, although I'm pretty neutral at this point in time. Okay, first one we have Arweave AR. Similar to Cardano, we had a breakout of this trend line here from early April to early May, and then now we had a breakout, so also strong volume on this bar. Alright, and then now we're pulling back. A nice level would be here, 14 May daily support, and the golden pocket 618 fib in this area here. So if it does come back, it's a nice area that I'm looking out for. Next one would be dYdX. Okay, this is a straightforward big rebound in price, draw a fib, 50% fib, and then daily support of 17 May, which was holding price here quite nicely. Okay, so if we do pull back, that's a nice area to look at. And we have Axie Infinity. Probably some news that happened here as well. Not too sure what was it. Please comment if any of you guys know. So Axie has a nice entry over here if we get down there. So after this big move, we have the golden pocket 618 fib around this area. We also have the point of control from this range here that we had before the big breakout, point of control, and then here we have the 1.618 fib extension. So this was taken from this move up here, right? And after we broke down, this is the 1.618 fib extension downwards. Okay, so this area here, about 2150, yeah, it's where I'm looking at for entries for Axie. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll also be starting to journal my trades on Twitter. so you guys can keep track of what I've been covering. Do check it out. My Twitter link is in the description below. If you found this useful, remember to like and subscribe. Good day or good night, everyone. See ya.